A lot of folks can be scared of debt for a number of reasons. I think, if you can get over that hump, right, I think debt can be a very strong vehicle for folks to grow. When you see, I would say the majority of companies that have grown over time have leveraged debt to do that, right? Because it can accelerate growth quite honestly tremendously. On the equity side, if you're too early on, you don't have cash flow, you still want to grow exponentially, but you don't have that, kind of track record from a financial perspective. Equity is a good way to go because, you can still kind of get that cash up front without, putting a huge personal guarantee on yourself. And then cash, yeah, I think usually cash is not the way to go because again, you can use that for other things, right? Such as actually acquiring certain assets to improve your business organically. I think, because of all the financial vehicles and leverage that you can do, that's generally a better way. But again, some clients just say, hey, I don't want debt on the books. I'm more old school. I want to use my cash. And to be honest, that's usually the only reason we go cash. Depending on kind of what financing structure you end up deciding on, it's a bit of a loaded question, right? So I think, in terms of debt, you can have senior debt, subordinated debt. So if something goes wrong, people are in line, right? It's like a ladder. People are in line depending on kind of the priority of their debt. So that's number one. Including into debt, there's, normal payments, there's balloon payments where, there's a bulk payment at the end. Those are things that you have to structure out because again, everything's going fine, and then one year the business dips a little bit, and then you have this big balloon payment, you can't pay it. So I think the biggest part is just whatever structure you do to plan it out, right? Whether it's a 3-year, 5-year, 10-year seller note, senior debt, subordinate, it doesn't really matter. But when you cash flow it out from a month to month to year perspective, then you can see, right, if the business is doing up or down. You can maybe either whether you want to pay something off sooner or draw it out or change the interest rate, right, to finance it. Drawing it out and taking a step back first, I think, is critical, right, for the long term.